All right, everybody, welcome to Wow Mystery Track Theater. I'm here with Chari Hawkins. Chari, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's great to have you. We've had track runners on the show. We've had road runners on the show. I think you are the first person to do anything with your hands on a Tracklandia production show.
Well, there you go. I think it's like one of those things where, I mean, with the heptathlon, I feel like you're on your feet most of the time anyway, so it counts, I guess.
Today we'll be talking about your 2019 World Championships 800 race, and this was the final event in the 2019 World Championships, as it always is in a heptathlon.
Yeah, so a lot of people might not know what the heck a heptathlon is, because I sure didn't. The heptathlon is a track and field event in and of itself, and it's 2 days, and there's 7 events, and we go back to back to back to back to back. Kind of one of those things where the better you do, the more points you score, so you can score really an unlimited amount of points. Just got to do a little bit better, and you'll score more points, and then the person at the end of the competition with the most points wins.
But just to be clear here, when did you find out what a heptathlon is?
I actually remember. So I won state championships when I was in high school in Idaho, which is just this podunk little like state where track is like we're all just out there running in our jean shorts. Somebody approached me and told me, 3 of the events that you won were in the heptathlon, and I was like, oh, I don't like to swim, and they're like, oh no, that's not what it is. It's just a bunch of track and field events. And then when I went to college, I decided to give it a try, and I fell in love with it. So it's hurdles, high jump, shot put, 200, and that's all in day 1, and then long jump, javelin, and then 800, like you mentioned, is the last event. Ooh, we're all just so tired and just doing our very best to try to run as fast as we possibly can with being absolutely exhausted. So it is quite a race.
Would you call it one of your favorite events in the heptathlon?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No. It's probably my second least favorite event. Yeah. So I have one that I dislike a little bit harder, but the 800 is definitely down there.
What race is that? What race is the worst? Or what event?
I guarantee that not a lot of people think this, but usually it's really about your least favorite event is the one that you're not going to get the most points in. And I think that I could do better in this, but I would say that probably the 200 for me. And it's really not that the 200 is not fun, because it is, but I am not very good at it, and I'm trying so hard to get better, but I don't understand it. It's just a foreign language to me. So we'll see, and hopefully we can get that together. So we'll see.
Well, I think that bodes well. I mean, the event that you're probably the least best at, I don't want to say worst because that's a bad word, is the one that you can improve in the most, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the throwing events used to be for me. They were by far my worst events, and I've gotten so much better at them. Honestly, the shot put has become my favorite event, and it used to be my least favorite for sure.
But as our viewers know by now, what we do on Mystery Track Theater is we talk to an athlete about a race, and then we have a meal with them afterwards of their favorite dish that they make of all time, better than anybody else. It's tear-jerking in a lot of ways. We've had some very special moments on the show, and this was actually Chari's idea that why don't we move this segment of the show to the beginning, and let's just dive in here and talk while we eat. So, Chari, if you wouldn't mind telling us.
I never procrastinate eating, ever, and I don't think anybody should. So
I have to say, this is the first time that we've had a dish that is made by the athlete, or the recipe is created by the athlete on the show. All of the other ones have been pulled from magazines or something like that, but this is a Chari zone, so this is a special moment. Well, let's do this. Let's
dive in.
Yeah, let's dive in here.
So what kind of rice did you choose? Oh, I guess we should explain what it is, right? It's so
right, yeah.
This is coconut curry, chicken coconut curry. You can do beef coconut curry. You can do lamb coconut curry. You can do kind of anything you want.
Oh yeah, bon appetit. Cheers. So let's dive into this. Set the stage for us here for your 800. So you have 6 events going into that. What's going on in Doha leading up to this 800-meter final in the heptathlon?
Well, like I said, the craziest part about going to Doha was that it was my very first time going to a world championship of any sort. It was by far the most high stakes level competition I had ever been to. And I was so prepared for it. I've never been more prepared for a competition in my life. But a week before competition, I was doing long jump and I sprained my ankle. And when I say I sprained my ankle, I actually completely tore my ATFL. I completely tore my CFL. And I had sprained almost every other ligament in my foot. And so I like really messed my leg up big time. 5 days before the actual competition, this is when this picture was taken. So I went out, we got out, and there was like an opportunity where we cut in. And as soon as I cut in, I was in second in my race. And I was like, heck yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I was really brave. And then there was something that happened right before we crossed the first 400 meters where like I had kind of gotten boxed in. And so I got like shifted so I went from second to like third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and like right there. And so I wasn't in the back, but it kind of like I got like super boxed in behind people.
So were they coming on both sides? Or were you?
I was on the inside lane, and there was somebody in front of me that was going kind of slow, and then there were people passing me right next to me, so I couldn't cut in to like pass the girl behind me. So I was just really boxed in. So I was reluctant. I couldn't pass because I didn't want to get tripped on and like all that. So as soon as they ring the ding ding ding, I had so many people to pass. All of a sudden I had 5 people in front of me, and I was like, oh no, I'm behind.
Right. And at this point in time, when something like that happens and you already have an injury, things can go haywire. And you're
like that I could have easily just been like, okay, well, I tried, which is probably something that I would have done in the past. But I was so focused, and I told myself, I said, all right, self, like, what do you want out of this race right now? You have 2 options. You can just chill right now and like, it is what it is, or you can do something. And I did something. I'm not going to lie, like before anybody gets really excited, I did the wrong thing. Okay. So this isn't like a hero story, but it is at the same time. So I had 380 meters left to go in the race. And I started sprinting at a dead sprint from then, and I don't know if anybody who's watching this has ever run an 800. 380 meters left to go is not the time to kick. Like, it is just not. The time to kick is to slowly, you can slowly start passing people maybe. No, I went from 6th to 1st in 20 meters. Okay, I just started, and then I went from 1st to ahead of everybody. And then I was running, and then I was running harder. As soon as I was like, you can do this. I know you can run a 300, like right now. Like, you can run a 300 all out right now. Like, let's do it. And I just started running as hard as I possibly could. And I actually have seen like little bits and pieces of footage of it. Yeah. And it looks like I'm running like a lot slower than it felt like I was running, because it felt like I was like gonna challenge Usain Bolt like in his time. You know what I mean? But you see it, and you're kind of like, like that's a slight jog. It's just like, but like in my mind, I was like, you've got this. Like, you are the best runner in the world, and you're gonna get this. And I had 200 meters to go, and I was like, you got this. Let's go. And with 150 meters to go, I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, it starts.
And that is when the bear jumped on my back, and I just said, okay, now all you can do is run as fast as you can, like just go. And somehow I ended up continuously, like I didn't die completely. I was able to, you know, finish the race without like completely dying and like having everybody pass me. But the only thing I could think of was like try to relax and try to just run as hard as you can, like no matter, even if you don't get a PB, every second that you run counts. And I feel like I really tried to say like every single step is important, and it helped me. I got a season best. I was close to getting a personal best. I didn't end up getting one because I ran it so stupid. I think if I had run it a little smarter and maybe gone up to everybody and then held, and then started to slowly go with everybody, because the girl who ended up passing me ended up going 2:12, and that was my goal, was to go 2:12 that meet. And yeah, my coach told me afterwards, she said she was screaming, "Not yet! Oh no!" She was like, "I was really proud of you because you ran the race so well, and then all of a sudden you just started beelining it." And I was like, "No,
no, that's not the finish line yet."
Oh no, Chari, what are you doing? So yeah, it was pretty funny. So I think the reason that was my favorite race was, first of all, that was the first time I was ever brave in a race. Like really brave, with no judgment. Like I didn't judge how my body was feeling. I just pushed anyways. And a lot of times normally I'll be brave with what I've got. So if I feel good, I'll be like, oh, okay, I can go a little harder. Whereas this one, it was like, it didn't matter how I was feeling. I just went for it, and I was so brave. And that feeling was very liberating. It made me feel like, even if you're not feeling the best, like, look what you can do, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Well, take us back to the moment right after you crossed the finish line. What's the feeling there?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I crossed the finish line, and my first thought was, Chari, you were brave. Good job. You probably should have waited. You know, that was like my first thought. And then, this is actually really embarrassing, but it did happen. I told every single person, I said, I need a garbage can. I need a garbage can. And they were like, okay. And nobody got a garbage can. And I was like, I'm going to throw up on this track. Like, I need a garbage can.
So you're probably not holding a piece of litter in your hand right now, asking them for.
Right. Yeah. And I honestly was like, you guys, I'm going to throw up. Like, you need to get me a garbage can. And I was literally holding, like, I was like, I'm going to throw up. Like, I know I'm going to throw up. I could like feel my saliva glands coming alive. Like, I was like, it's about to happen. And so finally, after asking, I think 24 times for a garbage can, I threw up in the water. I threw up in the water cooler.
Oh no! With a bunch of water in there? Oh man. I guess it's their own fault though.
And then guess what? They went and got me a garbage can right away.
Oh yeah, because that's when you need it. Too little, too late there.
I don't know if that's TMI for everybody here.
No, this is great. This is what people tune in for, this kind of information. Well, yeah, after that great story, I'm going to go back to eating my chicken curry, enjoying that.
I mean, actually, I took a bite right after I told the story, and it was just as good as ever. So cheers to that.
Yeah. Cheers to you. Thanks again for being on here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah, this is Wow Mystery Track Theater, and maybe next time we'll figure out what the mystery is. But Chari Hawkins, everybody.